What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second week. I can't believe you're already here. Oh, I'm super excited for you guys. So excited to share this information with you. I hope you're excited too. This week, we're going to talk all about what brands look for on your profile. When you're a content creator, you're reaching out to brands, you're trying to land brand deals, brands might be taking a look at your page. Obviously, there's going to be certain criteria that they're going to be looking for when working with an influencer. So I want to make sure that you guys have that. You have the tools to make sure your profile stands out to them and makes you a desirable influencer to work with. So let's go ahead and get started with this lesson. So brands look for 5 key elements. The first one is content relevance. Now, this means, is your content relevant to what they are selling, what their brand is about? Is your audience going to resonate with their brand? So this is what content relevance is. The second one is post frequency. So brands want to make sure that you're going to show up for them, that you can show that you have a connection with your audience. You do that by posting frequently and being consistent with it, right? So the next thing they look for is content quality. Over and over in this masterclass, I'm going to preach to you guys that quality matters for many different reasons, but it also matters to brands, okay? So we're going to go a little bit deeper into this later on in another lesson. Right now, we're just going over a brief overview. So let's move on to the fourth thing they look for, which is audience engagement. They want to make sure that your audience is going to be influenced by what you are promoting on your page, and by having an already engaged audience, showing that you have a connection with them, you're going to show brands that yes, they are going to be influenced by the products I'm recommending, because my audience is not only my followers, but they are my friends, right? All right, so the last thing they look for is having an angle. So there's so many people who are doing this now, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's amazing that there are so many people who are able to make a living doing what they love. But this also means that there's going to be a little more competition. So it's important that you have an angle and you're able to portray that throughout your platforms, your profile, your feed to brands, whatever. So yeah, let's move on. In this lesson, we're going to go over content relevance. Each lesson is going to go over a specific key element that brands look for. This lesson is all about content relevance. So let's go ahead, break this down, and kind of dive into the meaning behind content relevance. So brands want to reach a specific target audience, right? If a hiking boot company is looking for an influencer to work with, they want to make sure that they're working with an influencer whose audience is clearly into hiking. And same with a beauty niche. I find that a lot of influencers have trouble reaching the right brands because they'll post a lot of bikini pics, which attracts a lot of men followers. And if you're reaching out to a beauty brand talking about beauty products and they see that your following demographics are men, then they aren't really going to benefit from working with you, because men typically don't buy beauty products, right? So content relevance is more than just what your feed is, but it's the whole ensemble of your profile. But it's about who you're attracting when you're posting those photos. So brands are more willing to pay someone whose audience matches their demographics as opposed to someone who has a more broad or more generic audience, right? Because if you're not targeting your specific people, the ones that you know are going to buy your product, then and you're targeting the wrong people, then you're not really going to have a successful sale, right? You're not going to have a successful product promotion. And that's important to us and to brands when we're working with them, because we want to feel good about our work. We want to know that we're helping people out, we're helping brands out. So really focusing on your content relevance, who you're attracting, making sure that it aligns with the brands that you want to work with, that is all a really, really important aspect to being a content creator. Which brings us to the topic of narrowing down your niche. Now, if you're wondering, how the heck do I narrow down my niche? I like so many different things. I can't pick one specific topic to talk about. Don't worry, we're gonna help you. We're gonna go through how to narrow down your niche. It's very, very important that you have a niche. Like I said, brands, they want to reach a specific target audience. So I know that you want to post about dogs and about makeup and about travel and about all these different things, but like I said before, when you speak to everyone, you're really speaking to no one. So doing that is actually going to hurt you more than it will help you. If you want to just have Instagram for fun, you can post whatever you want. But if you're trying to make this into a business, you want your business profile, the one that you're using to work with brands, you want that to really have a specific niche, a specific target audience that you're working at building. And this is really going to help you with your success overall. So let's go ahead, get down into narrowing down your niche. And if you already have it, that's okay. Please still watch this. I think it's important. Maybe you can learn something else or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, let's get started. So it's really important, obviously, to stay true to yourself when you're narrowing down your niche. If you pick something that you're not super passionate about, but hey, maybe it's a good niche to be in, it's gonna it's gonna be a lot easier to give up when things get rough. If this isn't what drives your passion, if this doesn't set your soul on fire, it's really not going to be easy to stick to it when things get hard, you're kind of doubting yourself. So you want to make sure you choose something that stays true to yourself, that you're super passionate about, that you're willing to share, you're willing to constantly learn, all that good stuff. And I feel like that's really going to resonate with your audience when you're sharing something that you're passionate about as opposed to something you're like tolerant of. Because when you're truly passionate about it, like that's going to shine through, right? And that's going to help you achieve your success. It's going to help you grow when people see that you're really passionate about something. So, a few popular niches already I'm going to list off are lifestyle, travel, fashion, pets, fitness and health, and beauty. So these are like some really popular niches already. These are some really good ones to be in. But I'm just going to tell you that you should get a little more specific, right? These are still kind of broad niches. I want you to break these down one step farther. So, if you're travel, maybe you make it like sustainable travel. This is something that I do because I'm passionate both about travel and sustainability. So, my target audience would be people who are sustainable travelers or small homers or all that kind of stuff, RV lifers, van lifers, that kind of thing. That would be my specific target audience. And there are tons of brands who are trying to reach that specific target audience as well. Now, if you're into beauty, maybe it's all natural beauty, all natural products that you want to work with. Or if you're into fitness and health, maybe you like to do yoga and you're a vegan, so your specific target audience would be vegan yogis. So, really think about what you're passionate about and then add another element to that to kind of make it more narrow. So, this is a really good way that you can stay true to yourself. You can kind of share about two things that you're passionate about, or maybe even three, but you don't want to make it confusing. You want to make sure they all kind of go along with each other. And you want to make sure it's something that you can find people that brands are going to want to reach. Once you find a few topics or a few things that you think you could potentially make into your niche, you want to narrow down your options. And a few things you want to look at is competition within your niche. So, having competition within your niche is actually a good thing. You want your niche to have room for growth, but you also want it to be kind of popular because having a lot of sellers and buyers within your niche is what creates a healthy market for you. Now, it's not enough to just love your niche. You also want to be willing to share your knowledge about it. So you have to know it really well and be willing to share that. Whatever it is you choose, you need to be able to share that with your audience. It's so important to provide value now because just posting a pretty picture really isn't enough to stand out and get you noticed. So, providing value, sharing your knowledge on whatever niche or topic you are talking about is really going to resonate with your audience and it's going to help you grow your specific target audience. So we're going to briefly go over our assignment for the week, which is narrowing down your niche. Now, if you've already done this, I still encourage you to do this exercise because you may find that you benefit from it. Maybe you'll find something that better fits you or that is more narrow than what you're already targeting. So I want you to make a list of 10 things that you're very passionate about, and I have a few prompt questions to help you answer these. So, how do you spend your free time? What do you look forward to most on your days off? What topics do you like to learn about? And what clubs or organizations have or do you belong to? So, take some time, think about these questions, think about 10 things that you're super passionate about, narrow them down into something that has room for growth, that isn't overly populated, but there's still competition within the niche because, like I said, that's going to create a healthy market that's going to make sure that you are able to land brand deals and help you achieve financial freedom as a content creator. So that concludes this lesson. I hope you guys found that information helpful. Feel free to share your superpower, your niche, the 10 things you're passionate about, or your narrowed down niche in our Facebook group. I would love to see what you guys are passionate about. And as always, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. But that's it for today. I will see you guys in the next lesson.